Imagine locking eyes with a fierce centurion, feeling the weight of his shield at your side and hearing the clash of swords as Rome forges its empire. In this video, you'll discover who the Roman centurions were, men who shaped not only battlefield, tactics, but the very destiny of the legions, becoming true heroes of ancient Rome. Sadly, these legendary figures are often overshadowed by dusty ruins and manuscripts. Few know of the sacrifices made, the blood spilled, and the relentless discipline that upheld peace and order beneath the Roman eagle's standard. Each centurion played a pivotal role in Roman military history, guiding his men through decisive battles, intimidating enemies, and shaping frontiers. Over the next few minutes, we'll unveil the untold stories of 10 officers whose brilliant tactics and unwavering courage wrote key chapters in the annals of ancient Rome. You'll see how a single act of bravery could turn the tide, save comrades, and echo through Rome's corridors of power. But before we dive into these epic narratives of the Roman Empire, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you won't miss any of our videos full of secrets, curiosities, and historical surprises. Now feel the tension of the battlefield. We begin with the epic clash between two centurions whose rivalry became brotherhood under enemy fire. Lucius Vorenus, guardian of the 18th Claudia legion in 54 BC, deep in the dense forests of Gaul, Lucius Vorenus cemented his reputation in the 18th Claudia legion. His angular face, etched with scars from previous skirmishes, spoke of discipline and resolve. Clad in gleaming lorica segmentata and wielding a finely crafted gladius, Vorenus watched over his weary legionaries, reorganizing their ranks in seconds whenever fog and cold threatened the sentries. When the Nervii tribe closed the ring, panic rippled through the tents. Titus Pullo, seized by audacity, charged the enemy, only to have his sword shattered and belt torn. Vorenus, alert to the sudden silence, waded through the barbarian spear line with sharp Latin commands. He pressed forward with precise blocks and surgical thrusts, carving an escape corridor for Pullo and his men. Caesar later recorded the scene as a testament to unity and courage. Back at camp, Vorenus was hailed with cheers and sealed dispatches, from Caesar praising his bravery and comradeship. His feat became standard material in military manuals, proving that a centurion's true strength lies in mutual trust and leadership amid chaos. From that day on, Lucius Vorenus's name rang out at every Roman fortification, reminding the legions that even in hostile terrain, discipline and solidarity can turn the tide. While Vorenus rekindled the flame of victory, another centurion readied himself to show that loyalty and daring are also powerful weapons. Meet Titus Pullo. Titus Pullo. When courage challenges loyalties, Titus Pullo was the perfect foil to Vorenus, impulsive, broad-shouldered, with eyes ablaze for victory. Across every Gallic battlefield he would surge forward, gladius raised, shattering enemy ranks and instilling dread in foes. His armor creaked under heavy blows, yet he fought with redoubled fury, proving that a centurion's valor could carry an entire line. During the siege by the Nervii, Pullo was the first to challenge a barbarian archer, opening a path for his comrades to escape. Though his belt was pierced, leaving him unable to draw his sword, he hoisted the Roman standard aloft with his free hand, keeping the formation intact until Vorenus's rescue. This action became a camp motto: be like Pullo, bold yet mindful of peril. Later, in the civil war of 49 BC, Caesar appointed him centurion of the 29 Victrix legion under Mark Antony. When Antony was besieged on an island, Pullo made a drastic choice. He went over to Pompey's command, convinced he could better defend his men there. He led defenses in southern Greece up to Pharsalus before surrendering to the conflict's outcome. Far from tarnishing his name, his shift in loyalty demonstrated independent thought, making Pullo a controversial yet unforgettable figure in Roman military history. Curious how a centurion became a martyr in Rome's greatest military tragedy? Get ready to learn about the epic sacrifice of Marcus Caelius. Marcus Caelius, martyr of Teutoburg in 9 AD, the Surtiate Hispana. Legion marched into the dense German forest, unaware of Arminius's betrayal. Marcus Caelius, Primus Pilus, gripped his vine staff, the ultimate badge of a centurion's rank, with unflinching resolve. Standing tall, he inspired hundreds of anxious legionaries, guiding them through treacherous trails and bolstering wounded morale amid ambushes. When, over 2 bloody nights, Germanic spears shattered the camp, Caelius fought with almost supernatural vigor. His loud commands reformed impromptu testudo shields while he shoved back attackers with his staff. Even surrounded and wounded, he held the legion's cohesion until his final breath. His death at the end of the third assault sealed the Juxines. Fate and symbolized Rome's humiliation at Teutoburg. Centuries later, in 1620, archaeologists unearthed his tombstone in Burton, Germany. The inscription, "To Marcus Caelius, son of Titus of the Lemoni tribe, first centurion of the Surtiate," revealed his exact age, 53.5 years, immortalizing his sacrifice. The defeat forced Rome to revise tactics, strengthen fortifications, and rethink Rhine defenses. Marcus Caelius lives on as a warning of strategic neglect and the value of leadership amid chaos. Caelius's sacrifice echoed far beyond Teutoburg. But next, you'll see how a humble centurion rose to the pinnacle of power in Rome. Maximinus Thrax, from staff to imperial purplein. 173 AD, in a modest Thracian village, Maximinus was born to farmer parents and soon drew attention with his formidable physique. Legend says he could heft a bronze shield with one arm. Enlisting as a legionary, he distinguished himself in the IV Italica Legion and through acts of valor and strength rose to centurion rank. Under the Italica Lorica, he led men through grueling marches and drills, forging them into disciplined warriors. In 935 AD, after the violent assassination of Alexander, Severus left the throne vacant, 2 legions and the Praetorian Guard proclaimed Maximinus emperor, the first plebeian to don the purple. His short 3-year reign was defined by military authority. He personally commanded frontier troops, crushed barbarian uprisings, and reinforced the empire's walls. Drawing on his centurion experience, he reformed the legions, securing better pay and provisions in exchange for absolute loyalty. Although his rule ended in 238 AD, amid Senate conflict and financial crisis, Maximinus proved that a centurion, backed by the army, could challenge Rome's aristocracy, leaving lessons on soldiers' political power. From battlefield to throne, he redefined what a centurion could achieve. Next, we salute Gaius Crastinus. Gaius Crastinus, the fateful charge at Pharsalus during the Civil War, 49 to 45 BC, Julius Caesar entrusted Gaius Crastinus with an elite cohort in the ex-legion. Compact in stature with an unshakable gaze, he embodied discipline on every march through Gaul. Celebrated for loyalty and bravery, he was made Primus Pilus after excelling in treacherous ambushes, reforming ranks with a single gesture and lifting morale even under hail of arrows. In 48 BC, at the decisive Battle of Pharsalus, Caesar faced Pompey's superior 45,000 troops with just 22,000 Romans. Crastinus led the first assault, shouting, "Forward, Rome!" as he shattered Pompey's shield wall, opening the way for Caesar's cavalry to flank the enemy. Struck by multiple spears, he pressed on until his dying breath became crucial. Time for his legion to regroup and seize victory. Mortally wounded, Crastinus fell at Caesar's feet, and the general personally checked on him. His sacrifice was lauded in official dispatches and funeral rites, becoming the ultimate emblem of individual courage. Later historians and soldiers studied his deed as proof that a single centurion could alter the course of war. Thus, Crastinus' sacrifice showed that even one man could change Rome's destiny. Up next, the hero who raised the standard of honor to its zenith. Spurius Ligustinus, discipline and eloquence in battle. Spurius Ligustinus began his career around 200 BC, serving in Macedonia under Titus Flaminianus. At the decisive Battle of Cynocephalae, 197 BC, he led the 10th manipular cohort of Hastati against Philippi's phalanx. His courage in holding formation under a torrent of peltasts earned him military crowns, honors reserved for Rome's bravest. The victory not only secured Roman supremacy, but highlighted Ligustinus as the epitome of battlefield discipline. Volunteering in Cato the Elder's Iberian campaign, 195–194 BC, he took part in brilliantly executed ambushes and received a 3-day triumph from the Senate. From mural crowns to iron crowns, each decoration celebrated his valor and his ability to inspire fellow legionaries. In 191 BC, during the Syrian wars against Antiochus III, he led a vexillation that stormed enemy ramparts, ensuring Manius, Acilius Glabrio's victory and earning promotion to the rank of senior centurion. After 22 years of campaigns, Ligustinus was revered as both orator and strategist. When he petitioned the Senate for the primus pilus, the highest centurion rank, his heartfelt speech promising to protect every soldier as a brother won unanimous approval. Ligustinus thus embodied the perfect centurion, warrior, diplomat, and stalwart of the Roman legions, proving that words can be as powerful as the sword. Where words carry weight equal to steel, the next guardian of Rome emerges. Meet Publius Sextus Baculus. Publius Sextus Baculus, redeemer of the legions, in 57 BC, during the Gallic campaigns, the Nervii tribe besieged the Roman camp. Gravely wounded, Publius Sextus Baculus refused the field hospital's care. Brandishing his vine staff, the centurion's badge of authority, he returned to the front shouting, "Rome does not retreat!" Stirred by his cry, exhausted soldiers lifted their shields and drove back the barbarian assault. Baculus's resolve turned despair into hope, inspiring all who fought beside him. In 52 BC, legions battled the Sugambri for over 6 hours, out of ammunition and under a rain of arrows. As the line began to waver, Baculus rallied his centurions for a bold maneuver. He ordered an organized withdrawal to reform the lines, then led a counterattack. With steady commands, he guided tired men back to their positions, averting total collapse and saving countless lives. Impressed, Julius Caesar penned letters of praise and promoted Baculus to legion legate, entrusting him with entire legions. Yet his real power lay in instilling courage where only fear remained. Publius Sextus Baculus became synonymous with unbreakable bravery, proving that a centurion's greatest weapon is the hope he ignites in his men's hearts. Baculus rekindled the flame in Rome's trenches. Next, you'll meet the plebeian, whose scars became legend, Lucius Catius Dentatus. Lucius Catius Dentatus, the Achilles of the Plebs. In the 5th century BC, Rome faced tension between patricians and plebeians over political rights. From this conflict emerged Lucius Catius Dentatus, a plebeian of singular courage known as Rome's Achilles. Tasked in 455 BC with defending Tusculum, he fought Latin tribes alongside patricians, though he warned of hidden dangers. His survival and valor earned him election as tribune of the plebs in 454 BC, a position he used to denounce corrupt consuls and defend the poor. Over his career, Dentatus fought in more than 120 battles and 8 single combats, accumulating 45 scars across his robust frame. He was awarded 25 feria, iron crowns, 160 armillae, bracelets of bravery, 83 torques, gold necklaces, and 26 various crowns, including 14 civic crowns for saving Roman lives, 8 aurea crowns, 3 mural crowns, and 1 rare grass crown. For safeguarding entire legions, elevated to primus pilus, the highest centurion rank attainable by a plebeian, Dentatus proved that military might and social justice go hand in hand. His speeches fired soldiers' morale, and his leadership renewed hope within the legions. To this day, tribunals and camps honor his example, reminding us that true greatness in Rome's army springs from unity of courage and purpose. Now prepare to meet the centurion who faced whole armies alone and earned Caesar's favor, Marcus Cassius Severus. Marcus Cassius Severus, Caesar's indomitable shield-in. 55 BC, Marcus Cassius Severus landed on Britain's frozen shore as a simple legionary of the X-Legion. While his comrades built the camp, he stood alone on the beach as Britons reigned. Down spears, raising his shield, he held off a dozen foes until refugees could reach safety. Impressed by his defense of the landing, Julius Caesar promoted him to centurion at just 25 years old, a rare honor for someone so young. 3 years later at Pharsalus in 48 BC, Severus led a cohort of only 500 men against 6,000 of Pompey's legionaries. Under a storm of arrows and spears, he gave steady orders, keeping the ranks intact. When a spear pierced his left eye, he paused to wrench the iron free with his own hand, and, bloodied, pressed on to shield Caesar from a surprise attack. His action allowed Caesar's cavalry to outflank the enemy, securing the victory that decided the Republic's fate. Recognizing his loyalty and valor, Caesar named Severus primus pilus of the X-Legion, granted him 200,000 sesterces and a lifelong pay increase. Marcus Cassius Severus became the living emblem of Roman centurions, unshakable discipline, personal sacrifice, and leadership by example. His legacy echoes through Roman military history, reminding us that a single man's shield can protect an entire empire. From battlefield to imperial podium, Severus showed that courage and loyalty can elevate a centurion to the very top. Next, witness Sempronius Densus's supreme act of fidelity. Sempronius Densus, fidelity that bled for Rome. In early 69 AD, Rome teemed with conspiracy. The Praetorian Guard, once the emperor's protector, plotted to overthrow Galba. Amid the chaos, Centurion Sempronius Densus stood out for his unmatched courage. While many switched sides, he remained steadfast beside the emperor. Brandishing his vine staff, the centurion's symbol of authority, he commanded, "Nobody lay a hand on Galba." Surrounded by dozens of traitorous Praetorians, Densus fought them single-handedly. His dagger flashed in the Roman sun as he defended Galba with precise strikes, even when wounded and vastly outnumbered. Each blow spoke not only of self-defense, but of unwavering loyalty. When he finally fell beneath the weight of his foes, he shielded the emperor with his body, becoming a living martyr to military honor. Plutarch and Tacitus immortalized Sempronius Densus as the sole man to resist betrayal within the Palatine walls. His death did more than scatter soldiers. It delivered a lesson. Even in treachery, a centurion can choose honor over power. To this day, his example inspires the spirit of the Roman army, proving that a leader's true strength lies in fidelity to the empire and to Rome's ideals. If this journey through battlefields and imperial palaces has ignited your passion for ancient Rome, subscribe, like, and share with friends. Help keep alive the memory of the real heroes of the empire. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next chapter of Rome's grand history.